If you're brand new to lawn care or you're a seasoned veteran looking to take your yard to the next level, then this video is for you. Today we'll take a look at the equipment you'll need to get a thick green, beautiful lawn. Obviously, your most important piece of equipment and your largest investment is going to be your lawnmower. So what's the best option for you? The first thing you're going to want to consider is the size of the lawn that you're going to be maintaining. Since you'll be mowing your lawn at least once, if not more times a week, it's something you want to make sure that you get right. That way you enjoy the experience and it doesn't seem like a chore. The most common types of mowers are 21 or 22 inch walk-behind mowers. These are best for lawns that are less than 7,500 to about 10,000 square feet. Anything bigger than that and you're going to be spending too much time and it's not going to be an enjoyable experience. If you're maintaining a bigger lawn, you'll want a riding mower like a lawn tractor or a zero-turn mower. Lawn tractors are ideal for a leisurely mow, while zero-turn mowers allow you to mow faster and around objects more easily. As far as price goes, the least expensive mowers are going to have the least amount of options. Things like bagging capabilities, mulching, self-propel, all those things come with a price. In the bottom of the line mowers, those are not going to have any of those options. The cheapest mower I saw had only side discharge, no mulching or no bagging capabilities, and there's no self-propel on that. So the more money it's going to cost, the more options it's going to have. It's going to make the experience a little bit easier. My recommendation would be to choose a mower that's going to allow you to mulch, bag, and also have side discharge. They're all needed at different times. For example, I prefer to mulch the majority of the time because it's going to cut off the grass blade and return it back into the ground, which is going to break down and act like a fertilizer. Side discharge is important if your grass is really wet and you have no other choice but to cut it when it's wet, or if it gets overgrown. Bagging is something that's really important in the fall time, especially when all those leaves come down, to be able to suck those things up and clean it off your lawn. As far as self-propel, there's a few different options for that as well. There's front wheel drive or rear wheel drive. While it may not seem like much of a difference, if you think about when you take a turn, typically you have to pull back, which is going to lift up the front wheels. So if you have a front wheel drive self-propel, you're going to have to produce the power to get around that turn. If you have rear wheel drive, it's going to continue to power it all the way throughout. The majority of mowers are bought at big box stores like the Home Depot or Lowe's, so let's go take a look and see what some of the options are that are available. Starting at the Home Depot, there are 15 different walk-behind mowers that you have to choose from, 7 of which are gas powered and 8 are electric or battery powered. This is the first time I've ever seen the majority of the inventory that's on display be battery powered, which shows you what direction the industry is headed. The brands available are Ryobi, Dewalt, Makita, Murray, and Toro. The least expensive option comes in at $249, and that's a 20-inch side discharge Murray gas-powered mower. It has absolutely no bells or whistles, there's no self-propel, you can't mulch, and there's no bagging capabilities, but you get what you pay for. As the saying goes, buy it nice or buy it twice. On the opposite end of the spectrum is the most expensive walk-behind mower, which is the Toro Time Master. It's got a 30-inch wide mowing deck, which includes 2 cutting blades. It has personal pace self-propel, which is a feature from Toro that adjusts the self-propel pace based off of the speed that you're walking. This thing has got pretty much every bell and whistle you could imagine, but you pay for those luxuries. So the big question for most people who are looking to buy a new mower is, should I go with gas or should I go with battery powered or electric? The industry leader has always been gas, but there have been major advances in battery technology as of late that have put battery powered mowers right on par with their gas powered counterparts. Whether it be gas or battery powered mowers, they both have their pros and cons. Some of the pros to gas powered mowers is typically they have a little bit more power. You don't have to worry about a battery running out in the middle of mowing. You have a little bit longer run time. As long as you have gasoline, you can run it pretty much all day long. When it comes to battery powered mowers, they run a lot more quietly, which allows you to mow maybe early in the morning or late at nighttime without bothering your neighbors. There's less maintenance, you don't have to worry about oil changes or filling it up with gasoline and the smell that goes along with all that stuff. And also winterizing. You don't have to worry about winterizing your mower, you just take the battery out and maintain that and you're good to go. Taking a look at some of the different battery-powered mower options available at the Home Depot, the first one I took a look at was made by Makita, and they have two different 21-inch battery-powered options. One of them is at $4.99, and something that's nice about that is it comes with 4 different batteries. While it runs on two 18-volt batteries, they come with 4 of them. It's going to cut down the amount of time that you have to wait on those batteries to charge before you can go out and mow. The more expensive option is $6.99. That's advertised as commercial grade because it has a steel deck. It's also 21 inches wide, and that's going to give you an hour and 7 minutes of run time. There's also 2 battery-powered mowers made by Dewalt. They're 21.5 inch, which is a little unusual, and 20-volt brushless power mower. And this has a runtime of up to 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is pretty great. Ryobi is the next brand that's available at the Home Depot, and they've got several different options when it comes to battery-powered mowers. The most expensive Ryobi option is $5.99. This has got self-propel, it's got a dual blade system, and the runtime is a little bit longer, and you're going to get 2 different batteries instead of just the one with the cheaper option. Next are the battery-powered mowers made by Toro. They have 2 different options. At $4.99, they've got the 21-inch 60-volt brushless self-propelled mower with a runtime of 43 minutes, and it takes 2 hours to charge that battery. At $5.99, there's the 22-inch 60-volt brushless personal pace self-propelled mower with a runtime of up to 40 minutes, and it takes 2.5 hours to charge that. Now we're taking a quick trip to Lowe's. On display, they have 19 walk-behind mowers. The cheapest gas-powered mower is a side discharge unit made by Bolin for $269. They have 5 gas-powered mowers made by Craftsman, which is no longer a Sears brand as it was acquired by Stanley Black & Decker in 2017. They also display gas mowers by Honda, the HRN at $469 and the HRX at $699. Their battery-powered mowers include units by Skill, Cobalt, Craftsman, and their main display featured their top-of-the-line Ego battery-powered mowers. As far as what brand to choose when it comes to your mower, that's personal preference. So let me know in the comments what you've had a good experience with and what brand you prefer. After your mower, the next important piece of equipment that you're going to need is going to be a blower. The least expensive option when it comes to blowers is going to be something that's corded, and it's something that I used for probably 5 or 6 years, and I would have to pull out the extension cord all the time, get it caught on things, it would pull out of the outlet. It was a pain. Now I bought it because it was inexpensive, but in reality, if I could do it all over again, I would have spent the money and just got a battery-powered blower like I have now. The most common type of blower is a handheld blower, but there's also what's called a backpack blower, which is going to provide you with a little bit more power, but it comes with a higher price tag. When shopping for blowers, there's a couple different things you're going to notice on the packaging, the first being what's called the CFM, which is the cubic feet per minute. Also, you'll see the MPH, which is the miles per hour. The CFM measures how much air the blower puts out, and the MPH measures how fast that air is moving. You're going to want to choose a blower that's comfortable in your hand and something you can move around easily. Much like lawnmowers, leaf blowers come in battery-powered, corded, or gas-powered. They all have their pros and cons, and they come in different price ranges. So it all depends on the size of the area that you're going to be using. For me, I found that a battery-powered blower is the best option for me because I have around 5,000 square feet. If you get a really big space that you have to leaf blow, you may want to go with a gas-powered option. The next important tool you're going to need is going to be a string trimmer. There's nothing that makes a lawn stand out better than a nice crisp edge and clean lines around trees and any landscape that you might have. When you're choosing your string trimmer, a few things to consider is 1, what's the power you're going to get out of the motor that you have? 2, is it comfortable? 3, what's the size of the head that you're working with? And 4, what's the cost? Something else to consider when you're buying a string trimmer is should you go with a curved shaft or a straight shaft? Most people don't know the difference between the two. Talking about the curved shaft, there's a couple advantages to that. 1, it's a little bit less expensive. It's usually around $50 cheaper for the curved shaft. 2, it's a little bit shorter. And 3, it's usually a little bit lighter. So if you're somebody who's smaller, maybe you're a little bit shorter, it's going to be easier for you to maneuver that. The straight shaft string trimmer is a little bit longer. It's usually a little bit heavier, and it comes with a little bit more of a price tag. But it's also a little bit easier to flip over and do edge work with. So both have their pros and cons. As far as battery or gas when it comes to string trimmers, if you don't have a gigantic area you have to maintain, you should have no problem at all with a battery-powered string trimmer. The next really important piece of equipment that you're going to use if you're going to have a great lawn is going to be a sprayer. Whether it be for weed killers or for liquid fertilizers, you're going to need a sprayer. There's all kinds of different sizes of these which come at different price points, all the way from a handheld sprayer, which is going to be pretty cheap, around $10, all the way up to a backpack sprayer that's battery powered that comes in at a couple $100s. Whatever it is you choose, you're going to need a sprayer. I've had all of them before. Now I've got a backpack sprayer that's battery powered and I'm never going back. It gives you a nice even spray, you don't have to pump while you walk, and it just makes the experience more enjoyable. Just like all the things I've talked about already, the more money you pay up front, the more enjoyable your experience is. And last but certainly not least is your spreader. A spreader is what you're going to use to put out any of your granular fertilizer, and it's something that's really important to have. There's all kinds of different sizes and price points for this as well. I started off with the Scott's EdgeGuard Mini, which is something that worked really well for me. It's something I still enjoy. The only drawback to that is it has plastic wheels, and one common issue with that is fertilizer will get stuck to those wheels if you're fertilizing when the grass is wet, and you can leave streaks. A little bit more expensive option would be like the Chapin that you see right here. This has got pneumatic tires, it's got a bigger hopper, so those are some of the things that you're going to pay a little bit more money for. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.